Well, since the pandemic, workplaces have been evolving, some closing shop altogether and keeping all employees remote.
Others running a hybrid operation, while some are requiring all employees to return to the office full time. Now, prior to the pandemic, career metrics were clear. You knew what you had to accomplish in order to move up the corporate ladder. But is the lack of face-to-face interactions working against you?
So here is our Stephanie Valderrama with this special report.
The convenience of popping in a load of laundry. While shooting off a work email is just one of the many reasons Americans are choosing hybrid and remote workplaces. In the time you could have gossiped at the water cooler, you've already accomplished a mundane task. But what does the future of the workplace look like? And how do workers have to evolve so you aren't holding yourself back from raises or promotions? Well, I spoke with experts and employees to find out.
I don't understand why I go into the office anyway, because a lot of my work can be done remote.
Lindsay's Macias's spare room now doubles as her home office. After overcoming those initial challenges of operating without face-to-face interactions, she learned she could do her whole job from anywhere on her laptop.
Yay. Now I can actually show my worth without being in the office.
Macias enjoyed the newfound freedom of working from home. With her decade of experience in commercial insurance, her company didn't want to risk losing her when she decided to move states, and they offered her a fully remote position.
Do you feel like you've reached like the same milestones and gotten the same promotions?
I feel like I've exceeded them and shown my worth, simply because that's the type of work ethic that I have.
Now she's created a routine that works for her, but more importantly, she made it a point to keep close connections with her bosses. Macias might be among the minority of remote workers seeing promotions. 1,300 global CEOs were surveyed by KPMG, which found 87% were more likely to reward employees with raises, favorable assignments, and promotions just for showing up to the office. While remote workers were 31% less likely to be promoted. This is according to a survey conducted by Live Data Technologies of more than 2 million office workers.
You cannot just be out of sight, out of mind.
The current shift in the workplace is a challenge both employees and companies are facing, according to Julie Whalen. She's been researching workforce trends since the pandemic. To move up the corporate ladder and get promoted, remote and hybrid employees have to put in extra effort to be seen and heard by their managers. But Whalen explains it's also on companies to train managers for this new virtual and hybrid work environment. Both her research and data uncovered by KPMG reveal middle management will play a pivotal role in the ongoing transformation.
One of the ways that we talk about that organizations can really improve engagement, regardless of whether workers are remote or not, is get to know your people at a personal level, provide them with regular feedback, offer clear expectations.
Whalen's research points to hybrid models being the future of the workplace. But even getting some face-to-face with the boss comes with its challenges for hybrid workers. Natasha Prokrivka, a civil engineer, works in the office 2 days a week and from home the other 3.
It's just so hard to get people in the office on the same days.
While she prefers her home setup because she can focus on building roads and bridges without the office chatter and distractions, her job requires mentorship from more experienced engineers that doesn't quite work the same when you're not having those face-to-face interactions.
My growth has not declined significantly, but in some areas I feel like I would have had more experience if I was in the office.
Do you feel like you've been passed over promotions because of this hybrid situation?
In the sense that I haven't been in the office, yes, I am more productive at home. But as far as like learning goes, I'm not learning as much as I would on my own than I would with my peers.
Whalen believes the push to return to the office in some capacity, at least in part, is due to mentorship, which she explains at its core is relationship building.
And sometimes that's more about what happens informally between meetings.
Prokrivka tells CBS 12 News going fully remote during the pandemic and now trying to navigate the hybrid model has to an extent stunted her learning and her career growth. She says many millennials can probably relate and recognize that is partly to blame for why so many feel behind in their careers. And the need to catch up on lost time and knowledge is leading to burnout.
You know, in the beginning, I felt less burnout, but now I feel more burnout because there's this constant, like, when to turn your work off. You know, when you're in the office, you leave and you get there at a certain time and you go to lunch and you're kind of like forced to do things that, you know, like are scheduled for you. But when you're at home, like, if you don't want to eat lunch, you don't have to eat lunch. You can go run errands, you know, you can do things around the house. But like, then it's like, oh, well, I need to get this done. And it's right here. I can do it and I'm in the zone. I can do it for another hour. Another hour turns into 2, you know, so like, I feel like I'm overworking myself sometimes.
Workplace burnout data is conflicting. So some research we looked at shows a decline in workplace burnout due to improvements in workplace culture, technology, and hybrid models, which provide workers with a better work-life balance, while other research shows more stress among workers due to management. Whalen says setting clear expectations for the new workplace while providing training for middle management is critical for the evolving environment. Now, her best advice to employees as they navigate the new norm is to make yourself visible and share even the smallest accomplishments, whether you are asked or not. Right now on our website, we are also sharing advice from both the hybrid and remote workers that viewers in these same situations might find very useful. In the studio, Stephanie Valderrama, CBS 12 News.